Hello to all the viewers. Welcome to the game show, the fun quiz with no prizes.
Where questions sound correct, but the answers will make you want to close your biology textbooks immediately. Question 1. If an entire country works together to do something good, for example, protecting crops, what will happen? A. The harvest will be abundant. B. The people will sing and rejoice. C. The pests will cry. D. Tens of millions of people will starve. You have 5 seconds to choose. And the answer is D. Tens of millions of people will starve.
What?
Seriously, no joke. Question 2. If you eradicate all rice-eating creatures, you will save the harvest, right? A. Absolutely right. B. Not wrong. C. Well, that's reasonable. D. The question itself is wrong. The answer will be D. The question is wrong. Someone chose answer A, and created one of the logical errors that cost the lives of millions throughout history. Question 3. Which creature was killed for stealing rice, but when it disappeared, the rice also vanished? A. Ghosts. B. The neighbor's chicken. C. The small bird. D. No such creature exists. The correct answer is C. A small bird was eradicated to protect the crops, but in the end, when the bird disappeared, so did the rice. It may sound funny, but the consequences were no joke. Today, we will look back at one of the most dramatic policies in modern history, the war to exterminate the sparrows to save the harvest, and the unexpected outcome.
Welcome to Cool Past, where history isn't just a list of dates, but a series of ridiculous, fascinating, and surprisingly human stories.
It all began in 1958, when China entered a historical period called the Great Leap Forward. The goal? To turn a poor nation into an economic powerhouse with a snap of the fingers. Sounds like a Marvel plot, but in real life, there was no Iron Man, only very human policies that were also very foolish. One of the revolutionary ideas at the time was to eliminate the 4 pests, 4 things that harm the crops, including rats, flies, mosquitoes, and sparrows.
Wait, sparrows?
Yes, sparrows. A tiny bird, just good at chirping and eating seeds, but with the far-reaching vision of the leaders at the time, sparrows became the #1 enemy of rice.
What?
According to calculations, who knows by whom, each sparrow eats over 2 kilograms of rice per year. Meaning? 1 billion sparrows would eat 2 million tons of rice. Conclusion: sparrows are eating the people's rice. These little birds were no longer cute, they were agricultural criminals. And so, the national campaign to exterminate sparrows was launched. It wasn't just a few provinces doing it for fun, the whole country was united. The entire nation mobilized against the sparrows. Schools had students take the day off to chase birds. Workers took time off to climb trees and destroy nests. Each neighborhood, each village organized teams, the pot-pounding team, the whistle-blowing team, the speedy sparrow slaying team. Anyone who was good at bird chasing would be praised. The goal was not to kill just a few birds, but to wipe sparrows off the map of China. No mercy, no forgiveness, not a single bird left to sing "I'm innocent." What was the result? Sparrows everywhere were in a panic, they were chased when they flew up, pelted with stones when they landed, and if they flew too long, they were too tired and fell dead in the sky. A glorious victory of mankind over the little birds. It was called the day the sky was silent of sparrows. Sounds poetic. Until the pests start clapping. Sparrows didn't just eat rice. They also ate pests. Yes, you heard it right. The tiny creatures that only chirped and destroyed rice turned out to be the natural enemies of many crop-damaging insects. But once the sparrows left without returning, the pests threw a buffet party. A field without sparrows is a grand feast without anyone guarding it. And the honored guests were corn pests, rice pests, leaf-rolling worms, brown planthoppers, green planthoppers, all sorts of beetles. They didn't need music to party under the sky. They ate from morning to evening, from night to morning, from rice to rice roots. The result? Agricultural production didn't increase, it plummeted. In 1960 alone, pests destroyed over 6.8 million tons of grain, almost the same as the total amount of rice sparrows ate over several years, if we assumed they were really hungry. So what happened? The policy of killing sparrows to save the harvest was actually removing natural predators, inviting the doom of crops. That's not all. Because of the lack of sparrows, the number of mosquitoes and disease-transmitting insects also exploded uncontrollably. This led to epidemics, malaria, and a series of unforeseen consequences. From a move that seemed for the people, it turned into a disaster for the people. Many regions suffered famine, lost harvests, and people had to eat tree bark, grass roots, and the estimated death toll. Tens of millions of people. This was no longer a campaign to kill birds. It became a warning that still echoes today. That when we try to fix a complex problem with simple thinking, we solve nothing, and might even cause the entire ecosystem to collapse. That not every number that sounds reasonable is the truth. And that doing big, loud, national-level actions doesn't necessarily mean they are right or effective. Especially when everything lacks one crucial element, thinking it through. Sometimes, disaster doesn't come from malice. It comes from people who believe too much that they are doing the right thing, and that is the scariest part. See you in the next episode, where we continue exploring policies that left history stunned, and the future paid the price.